How's it going, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey. Today is a somber day as I stand here before you, momentarily about to play a fire aggro deck as requested by one of you viewers. That is not what makes today somber, though, even though this deck isn't that good. What makes today somber is that I have not showered yet, and so my hair is still pretty messy, and that means I have to cover it with a hat. But what's most somber is that I don't own a red hat or a red sweatshirt to keep myself warm or my hair covered, and it doesn't go with the theme of the fire deck. I'm wearing orange because it's the closest thing I have to fire colors. But let's start talking about this fire deck and get rid of this stupid voice that I'm doing, and thank you for watching that dumb intro. That's what my brain came up with today. We're playing fire aggro, but my take on it, I looked up some inspiration, but I think this is going to be interesting. Basically revolving around twin-headed beast, getting equipped cards with Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu, kind of making a weird Benkai OTK style deck where you're hopefully going to be equipping a bunch of equipped cards to twin-headed beast, really just mage power and, where is it, United We Stand, and giving it some, beefy attack and then attacking in for some damage. We'll see how it goes. Running 3 Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu to get the equipped cards. Masked Dragon and UFO Turtle because they're just fires that can keep themselves on the field because they are recruiters. They can get each other. Actually, well, Masked Dragon can't get UFO Turtle. UFO Turtle can get Masked Dragon. Masked Dragon can only get itself other Masked Dragons. Spirit of Flames is just a card that we can special summon for free by banishing 1 fire, potentially giving us tribute fodder or another monster on the field to go with the United We Stand. And then triple Twin-Headed Beast just so we have it as often as we need, because this is the main card of the deck. This is our win condition. We are running triple Brain Control, because we want to be able to tribute over for the Twin-Headed Beast. Also, maybe just make some pushes like special summon Spirit of Flame, summon UFO Turtle, take a monster with Brain Control, and push for like, I don't know, about 6,000 damage, maybe a little bit less. Delinquent Duo, double Trune just to clear back row, Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm to clear back row, Mage Power, MST, Double Nobleman, Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Snatch, Steal, United We Stand. All the, pretty standard cards, plus the equips, because that's what our deck is trying to do. Called Haunted to potentially get back the Twin-Headed Beast, or Tribute Fodder. Triple Jar of Greed, Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute. And then I've been interested in this card recently. I was thinking about it yesterday, Magic Drain. And I think it could be kind of cool, because it can just stop your opponent from getting pluses like a Pot of Greed. You use Magic Drain, and they can either just let the Pot of Greed fizzle, take the 1-for-1 trade there, or they can just discard another spell. But potentially your opponent, goes for a Nobleman, goes for a Delinquent Duo, goes for a Heavy Storm, whatever it might be, and if you Magic Drain, they have to discard a spell card, and maybe the only other spell card is, a powerful, maybe they activate Pot of Greed, but they were saving the Graceful Charity. Of course, they probably would just let Pot of Greed fizzle. But it gives them a choice. Maybe it's not too good because your opponent has the choice, but I want to try it out, see how it goes. Side deck is just a side deck. I threw it together. The main deck is what I want to play with today, obviously. We found ourselves a match. We'll click this button for your viewing pleasure. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. If not, go make it a fantastic day and then come back and finish this video. We pick paper, then we pick rock, tying our opponent both times. He's going to pick rock again. Yep. I knew, the moment I clicked scissors, I knew he was going to be picking rock. Let's have a sip of coffee, because I could use a pick-me-up, even though I'm already talking very fast. Trying so hard to keep that nice and quiet, no slurping noises for you. Say good luck and have fun to my opponent. I apologize if you can hear the dog behind me nibbling on her bone. I'm looking at my little microphone, and when I'm silent, you can see little spikes with her nibbles. So if you hear kind of a weird, not crackle, I don't know exactly how you would describe it, but the sound of a dog's tooth hitting a bone, that's what it is. He Graceful Charities, discarding nothing as of yet. There you go, she's going ham on that little bone. It is not a ham bone, though. It is a regular bone. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed some of the decks that I've uploaded the past few days. Basically creature swap decks. I was having a lot of fun. He discards Mystic Swordsman level 2. So probably playing Warriors. Meaning this Nobleman is not that good of a card. Don Zalug and Mystic Swordsman level 2. He then Delinquent Duos. Hitting Masked Dragon, and I'll get rid of Nobleman, because Nobleman doesn't really do anything in this situation. I suppose he could have a set Magician of Faith here, but that would be a little bit strange for the Warrior deck. He sets 4 and ends his turn. We draw a Magic Drain. I could Masked Dragon by using Premature Burial here, and I think we might. We'll then try to attack for 14. Potentially could have Mage Powered, but I feel like that would just absolutely bait a Sakuretsu Armor, which I suspect he has. We draw Spirit of Flame. He Ring of Destruction, so that's fine. We each take 1,400 damage. And I will end my turn. Spirit of Flame's interesting, giving itself a 2,000 attack. That's fine, he can summon Tribe. We'll Mirror Force, take no damage. We draw another Magic Drain. We will banish the Masked Dragon for Spirit of Flames. And, okay, he Torrential Tributes. We'll set another Magic Drain and end. He summons Blade Knight. It is at 2,000 attack. Unfortunately, no defense there. We draw UFO Turtle. We'll set UFO Turtle and end. We'll Magic Drain this Nobleman. He does discard Heavy Storm. So, the Nobleman goes through, but like we get a 2 for 2 there instead of 1 for 1, which obviously is fine. In this case, that Heavy Storm wasn't going to do much. We draw a monster, we draw the Masked Dragon. We'll set Masked Dragon and end. Goes to battle. And we will special summon Masked Dragon. We draw United We Stand. We'll set the United We Stand, activate Mage Power, making this 2,900, and we'll attack. End my turn. Alright, he has the BLS. Nothing we can do there. We'll see if he banishes or not. Alright. We'll quit the game. Sakuretsu Armor is good. Noblemans are bad. Magic Drain seems good turn 1. True Nade seems good. Kotetsu seems pretty good. Maybe take 1 out, because we know that he has the Noblemans. And that's absolutely the biggest Nobleman target, because it's our only flip. Obviously, the Masked Dragon and UFO Turtles are also targets, but not quite as bad. I think this is pretty good. Twin-Headed Beast is okay. 1,700 attack. It will get beaten over by a lot of his warriors. Warriors also often run Kaiku, which would stop us from banishing for Spirit of Flames. I ate a couple of eggs, like 4 eggs on a bagel. It's got me a little bit burpy. So apologies. I'll do my best to hold them in. But frankly, it's more of a taste in my mouth than it is a noise. Alright, we will hit the middle card with Delinquent Duo. Hitting a Kaiku. And Premature Burial. Interesting that he gets rid of the Premature Burial. I'll go ahead and set Heavy Storm and end. Opening hand, we didn't even say. Delinquent Duo, Heavy Storm, Mage Power, Trunade, Snatch Steal, Spirit of Flames. He goes ahead. Sets 1 back row alongside 1 monster. And I think we'll just go ahead and end our turn. Can't summon anything because we obviously don't have a level 4 that's actually able to be summoned. Here's a Masked Dragon. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead, summon Masked Dragon, and try to attack the new face down. It's a Magician of Faith. Getting Premature Burial. And we'll just end. Standby is fine. He might go ahead and Premature Burial here. He also might banish. He Heavy Storms. Our Heavy Storm. And Delinquent Duos. Hitting our Snatch Steal. And unfortunately, I think we'll get rid of the Spirit of Flames. Hopefully Masked Dragon can survive. Or at least keep enough monsters on board to survive. That's fine. Pays his 800 to probably get Kaiku. That is what he gets. Smashing Ground, of course. Can never go my way. Unfortunate. Hits me for 1800. And he'll banish my 2 monsters. Draw Graceful Charity. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and activate the Graceful. Getting Sakuretsu Armor, Magic Drain, Jar of Greed. We'll discard the Twin-Headed Thunder Beast. Twin-Headed Beast, mixing it up with Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. And I think we'll get rid of the Giant Trunade. We'll set all of our cards because we know that Heavy Storm is gone. And we will Sakuretsu Armor his Kaiku. We draw United We Stand. Let's activate Jar of Greed. Getting another Twin-Headed Beast. And we'll end our turn there. Wasn't expecting the Faiths to be brought in, though I kind of like the idea of bringing them in game 2, siding out of Warriors. Alright, he gets Kaiku. Hits us for another 1800. This could be a Night Assailant face down, potentially. Then we draw Premature Burial. We draw Masked Dragon. Let's go ahead and attack what I'm imagining is a Night Assailant. It's a Gravekeeper's Spy. So we'll take 600. He gets himself his own Gravekeeper's Spy. And we'll just end our turn. And hopefully, we can get a monster on board next turn. He summons a Serra Priest. Because why wouldn't he have the exact out that he needs right now? 300. Let's go ahead and special summon a Masked Dragon. Take 300 again. And now we'll take 1800. You know, when he doesn't have Smashing Ground, he has the Serra Priest. Alright, let's hope that we can get ourselves... I mean, there's nothing. No Spirit of the Flames, no Premature Burial would work right now. Get Ring of Destruction. One turn too late. Yep, admit defeat. GG's. Alright. Not salty, you know, that's how the game goes. I just wanted my combo to go off, and it felt like he had the exact outs. It's always how GOAT goes. Either I have the exact outs, or my opponent has the exact outs. The other game, a couple games ago, you two, have fun. When I was recording, I had the exact outs for my opponent. It's just how it be. Okay. Opening hand, Magic Drain, Brain Control, Double Kotetsu, UFO Turtle. We'll go ahead, set Kotetsu, set Magic Drain, set Mirror Force. He goes ahead, activates a Dekoichi by flipping it face up. That is fine. Really, I just want this Kotetsu to search me for an equip. He sets a back row. Then summons Kaiku. Why is everyone maining Kaiku right now? I mean, it is a great card. Frankly, one of those cards that, against Chaos, it always is going to come in. And so why wouldn't you keep it? Let's get the Snatch Steal to hand. And we'll take the trade with the Mirror Force. Probably should have gotten one of my other spells. Now that we get double Pyramid Turtle, but we'll set another Kotetsu and end. Next time, probably searching for... probably Mage Power. We will activate Magic Drain on Nobleman of Crossout. Alright, so he banishes the Kotetsu, getting rid of our other Kotetsu from deck, which is fine. Thins our deck a little bit. We get rid of a Metamorphosis from his hand, giving us some information that he might be running goats as well. He sets a monster and ends. We draw Twin-Headed Thunder Beast. Again, Thunder Beast. I saw I'm not even doing it on purpose. It just comes out because it's Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Alright, he has a Sinister Serpent in rotation. We attack over it with UFO Turtle. He doesn't get back his Sinister Serpent. We draw Graceful Charity. Let's go ahead and activate Graceful Charity. Getting ourselves Mage Power, Jar of Greed, Jar of Greed. Discarding UFO Turtle. And probably Brain Control. Attacking for 1400. If he allows it. He Mirror Forces. Okay. And we'll set double Jar of Greed. Discarding the Brain Control because we have the Snatch Steal. So I feel like we can Snatch Steal whatever face-up monster he has. He does get the Sinister Serpent this turn. He remembered. Anti-delinquent duos. Think I'll chain double jar of greed. Hitting the twin-headed thunder beast. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose, and we'll discard the other jar of greed because it seems like it's kind of pointless. I'm gonna probably keep doing it because it just rolls off the tongue, but twin-headed beast. It's just not a card that I've ever played. I have actually played twin-headed thunder dragon. We draw brain control. We'll go ahead. We've seen Dekoichi. We've seen Kaiku. This could be another Dekoichi. So I'm going to go ahead and, since we have other cards that we can steal a monster with if we draw another twin-headed beast. So it'll set my Spirit of Flame and we'll end. Opponent has 5 cards. And he'll attack over Spirit of Flames. We draw the twin-headed Thunder Beast. Again, I swear. Okay, so we'll activate Brain Control. Getting the Kaiku. Getting the Breaker. Popping his monster. I'm all over the place. Popping his back row. Then we will tribute for twin-headed beast and attack 2 tokens. And I think we'll then end. We know Serpent is in hand. I have a sneaking suspicion that a Metamorphosis is coming my way. I do think this card looks really, really cool, though. Lightning Vortex? Alright. Can't say I was expecting that, but... Premature Burial. Getting a Kaiku. Okay. We'll eat 1800 damage here. Getting rid of Spirit of Flame and UFO Turtle. Probably should get rid of the twin-headed beast. We draw Call of the Haunted. Let's go ahead and activate Snatch Steal, just because we don't want Kaiku banishing twin-headed beast next turn. And we'll attack over a token. Set Call of the Haunted, and end. He'll gain 1,000. He does, without being told to do so. I oftentimes forget myself. And he just ends. We get Masked Dragon. Let's go ahead and Call of the Haunted, bringing back Twin-Headed Beast. Activating Mage Power on Twin-Headed Beast, giving it 1,500 more attack, so it's 3,200. Summon the Masked Dragon, and I think this is game. We'll attack with the Kaiku. Banishing Serpent and Breaker, but it is game. Alright, we take game one. Exactly how you like this to go. Kaiku seems okay. Mind controls seem pretty good. Let's get rid of one Trunade, one Masked Beast, one Kotetsu, one Jar of Greed, Magic Drain because we're going second. Actually, let's take, since we're going second, we'll put the other Jar of Greed in over Magic Drain. Magic Drain is definitely better going first because you can stop your opponent from Noblemening or, you know, give your opponent the option, as I've already repeated. But Mind Control going second is definitely better. He Delinquent Duos. My opponents just love having Duo today. He's probably going to say furthest from deck. Just want to make sure. And we'll discard one Brain Control. Just because I don't know if it's reversed with, you know, what's on his right, what's not. I imagine, yeah, if it's furthest on his right, it'd be my left. He then Pot of Greeds. Gotta love when your opponent has Duo Pot of Greed. Hopefully he sets a monster here. He does. And one back row. We draw Mirror Force. Let's go ahead and Mind Control. It was Sinister Serpent. Okay. So we'll flip the Serpent, summon Masked Dragon, and just try to attack. He Mirror Forces. A-okay. We'll set our own Mirror Force and end. So we definitely lost a lot of card advantage there. Not even lost. I mean, we just got Delinquent Duo Pot of Greeded. And then I was hoping for that set monster to be a Magician of Faith. I was kind of hoping he was playing, not greedy, but just what most people naturally do. Okay, we're going to admit defeat here. There's no point in keep playing that out. We'll take out one Mind Control for a Magic Drain, along with one Jar of Greed. Yeah. Now I was going to get Breakered, and I'd have Brain Control to his, like, 6 cards. Just not worth keeping it. And this is why, because now we have our own Duo Pot of Greed. Just hit the middle card. Hitting a Dekoichi. And Creature Swap. Very interesting that we see a Creature Swap. We'll then Pot of Greed. Get MST Heavy Storm. We'll set Heavy Storm and end. He summons a DD Warrior Lady. That's fine. Hitting us for 1,500. And he just ends his turn. Alright, let's activate Brain Control. We'll Tribute for Twin-Headed Beast, set Nobleman, set MST, giving it 2,000 attack, making it 3,700, and attacking twice. And then we'll end my turn. You can't Premature Burial. Heavy Storm would be a blowout. He just sets one monster in one back row. End phase, we will MST that back row. It was a Mirror Force. That puts us at 3,200. Then we will flip the nobleman, and that's game. GG's. And what are we at? 30 minutes? We'll do one more match. I'm glad we got a match win. This deck is showing what it is meant to be doing. And we lose again in the rock, paper, scissors, but you never know what could happen in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, goodness. The dog has left the room. See, if I close the door, then the cat gets frustrated because she wants to be a part of the fun. And if I don't close the door, then the dog leaves. I suppose the solution is keep the dog and the cat in the room with me, and that typically will work, but not all the time. Opponent starts with a pot of greed, and then sets 2 back row and 1 monster. I imagine we are about to get dust shooted. But maybe not. We'll start with a delinquent duo. Hitting one of the middle cards. Hitting a Sinister Serpent. Alright. And Night Assailant. And now he just shoots us? Alright. So, obviously, have to get rid of the Masked Dragon. And we'll go ahead, set double Jar of Greed, and we'll set the Heavy Storm. I don't really know why. I suppose actually that just allows it to be open for a potential MST play himself, but he doesn't necessarily know exactly where it is. And here's the kitty cat. Kitty cat, want to come say hi? Oh, she's a big fat kitty cat. But she doesn't like being called fat. Hey, girl. Hits us for 1,400 after flipping into Koichi. Kitty cat got thrown onto the chair. And we draw an Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu. Let's go ahead, activate Jar of Greed. Next, we will activate Heavy Storm. Chain Jar of Greed. It was a Regeki break. Shuffle our hand. Summon Masked Dragon. Hit into his Dekoichi. And summon another Masked Dragon. And then we will end our turn. He gets Sinister Serpent back to his hand. We will try to attack with the Masked Dragon. He Mirror Forces. We'll set the Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu and end our turn. He Noblemans, getting rid of our Kotetsu and the other Kotetsus in our deck. We draw Premature Burial. Let's go ahead and activate Premature Burial. Special summon a Masked Dragon and try to attack. We have not seen Heavy Storm of his own, so I'm not going to set anything. He sets a back row and ends. We'll try to attack again with the Masked Dragon. Main phase 2, set Ring of Destruction and end. He sets a third back row. Show my hand. Twin-headed beast, not twin-headed thunder beast. Your Geki breaks the masked dragon. That's fine. I mean, not fine, but fine. He gets back Sinister Serpent. Discarding Thunder Dragon. Getting himself 2 more Thunder Dragons. Summon Sinister Serpent. Attacks us for 300. We draw Torrential Tribute. We'll set it and end. He tributes for Thunder Dragon. That's fine. We'll go ahead. Ring of Destruction to Thunder Dragon. We both eat 1600. I draw UFO Turtle. We'll summon it and try to attack for 14. He judgments the UFO Turtle. So he's at 1100, we're at 2900, but we have Torrential Tribute as protection. He's got 6 cards to our 4. He Heavy Storms, getting rid of our Torrential Tribute, so we might have game push here. Yep, if this is BLS, that's game. We're at 2900. It's a Chaos Sorcerer. Puts us under Brain Control range, but we have Snatch Steal. We get Mirror Force draw. Obviously, we're going to attempt to Snatch Steal. He judgments the Snatch Steal. We'll set all of our cards. We'll Mirror Force the attack of Chaos Sorcerer. And we draw Magic Drain. We'll set and end. He summons the Sinister Serpent. Are we going to lose to a Sinister Serpent attack? Oh, I'd feel so bad. We draw Graceful Charity. Maybe what we need. We'll activate Graceful. Getting Spirit of Flame, Brain Control, Trunade. If only... Obviously getting rid of the Brain Control. If we didn't set the Brain Control, we'd have game here. Yeah, so we have to discard Trunade. We'll banish Masked Dragon. Summon Spirit of Flames. He Torrential Tributes. Nothing I could have done about that. We'll end. As long as he doesn't forget, which doesn't look like he's going to. Yep, he's getting a Sinister Serpent back. Alright, so he won game 1. Unfortunate. The misplay there was setting all of our cards. We'll bring in Mind Controls, bring in the Kaikus. Take out 1 Jar of Greed. Take out 1 Trunade, 1 Kotetsu. One Masked Dragon. Take out 2 Kotetsus. And just end. Okay. We have opening hand, call, Twin-Headed Beast, Mind Control, Graceful Charity, Kaiku, Magic Drain. So we'll start with Graceful Charity. Drawing Brain Control, Twin-Headed Beast, United We Stand. Discarding Twin-Headed Beast. And what else do we want to discard? Maybe Mind Control. Or just do we discard both Twin-Headed Beasts? Gonna make the risky play and discard both Twin-Headed Beasts, summoning the Kaiku because we want United We Stand to be a little bit more powerful. We will activate Magic Drain on his Graceful Charity. And Dust Shoot hits nothing. And I think we got game. We'll Mind Control, taking his monster. It's a Dekoichi. We'll flip, declare, draw, activate Call of the Haunted, special summon Twin-Headed Beast, activate Mage Power, and United We Stand. Okay, there we go. Magic Drain's going to be worse going second. Bring in one Dust and one... maybe True Nade over the Dust. But definitely want to bring in the other Jar of Greed. This is a combo deck, and so we just need to cycle through our cards, getting to stuff as fast as possible. Don't want to use Upstart, though, because we don't want to give my opponent too many life points. We definitely rely on having the life point, not advantage, but Twin-Headed Beast is good at getting like 7,000 damage, and sometimes 8 if you have the right cards. But we don't want to go too crazy. Opponent sets one back row and one monster. We'll go ahead, summon Kaiku. We'll Mind Control. We'll then go ahead and attack. Banishing his Thunder Dragon. Main phase 2, we'll flip the Spy, set Jar of Greed, set Ring of Destruction, end phase, give it back. He summons Tsukiyomi, targeting his own Spy. Think. We'll go ahead, Ring of Destruction, his Spy. Each take 1,200. We draw Nobleman a cross out. Let's go ahead and attack. He Regeki breaks, getting rid of our Kaiku. We will then summon Pyramid Turtle and end. He does go ahead and banish for BLS. Nope, Chaos Sork. And he banishes the UFO Turtle with the Chaos Sork. We draw another Brain Control. Let's go ahead, Nobleman a cross out this set monster. It was another Gravekeeper's Spy. Pretty good for us. Well, Jar of Greed. Getting Trunade. Eat 800. Target is Chaos Sork. And we'll banish the Chaos Sorcerer. And end. So he's got no lights or darks engraved, that we can pitch a Thunder Dragon and fail to find to put a light engrave. We draw Pyramid Turtle. Let's go ahead and try to attack. He sets his Tsukiyomi and we'll end. So Tsukiyomi face down, double Thunder Dragon in hand, sets another monster. He has Pot of Greed, but I think we have to just try to attack the face down. It was a Knight Assailant. Okay, fine with that trade. We'll set Jar of Greed and end. Twin-Headed Beast would be pretty good to draw. We get Delinquent Duo. Let's go ahead. We'll use the Duo right away. Hitting that card from his hand. Hitting a Chaos Sork. Pretty good. And Thunder Dragon. Let's go ahead and activate Jar of Greed. Getting Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu. And we'll set the Kotetsu and end. Alright, so he banishes a light and a dark, and he uses BLS to banish my Kotetsu. Alright, let's activate Trunade. And he quit. That wasn't even game, but sure. Alright, well, unfortunate. The play there was going to be to Snatch Steal BLS and then force his Tsukiyomi to flip it face down, so I get to keep the BLS. And then next turn, he would probably have to have a set Regeki break or something along those lines in order to destroy the BLS. Otherwise, it was going to start getting a little bit out of hand. But, you know, he quit before he could get a chance to even see what my play was going to be. Let's go ahead and click this button, because that's the deck profile button. This honestly performed way better than I thought it was going to for something I threw together really, really fast. Like I said, it kind of performs like a Benkai OTK, but with enough differences, you know, the fact that it's fire being the main one, but it kind of plays a little more control-y than the Benkai OTK. Not incredibly more control-y, but enough. I think the fact that Spirit of Flame is a free special, something like Benkai OTK, you're really just starting like Benkai, maybe a small warrior package, and the Kotetsus, just so you can get the equips as fast as possible. I also feel like there's more dead equip cards in the Benkai OTK deck, just because you want more equips, because that gives your Benkai more attacks. The fact that the, Twin-Headed Beast, his effect is just an effect and it doesn't have anything to do with the equip cards, allows you to really just run the Mage Power and United We Stand, and use those as what is giving you the boost in power. We definitely got a little bit lucky, but that's the nature of any card game that you play. You're going to have to rely on some luck. But the fact that we won 2 matches against Chaos, pretty good. I think the side deck performed pretty well. The Mind Controls definitely looked really good. Kaiku looked pretty good. Magic Drain wasn't fantastic, but wasn't bad. Good enough that I'm going to continue to experiment with it. Maybe I'll just play a Chaos deck using Magic Drain over things like maybe Judgment or Dust Shoot. I feel like the Magic Drain it doesn't give you the information that Dust Shoot gives you, but I feel like it's often a little bit more live than Dust Shoot. Dust Shoot is obviously incredible turn 1. Magic Drain isn't as, I mean, it's very good turn 1, but it, I believe, is a pretty good card to just set, and then, you wait for your opponent to Nobleman, to Premature Burial, Snatch Steal, Pot of Greed, Heavy Storm, Duo. There's so many powerful spells in this format that just saying, if you want to use that card that you were kind of relying on, you're going to have to discard another spell card. If it was discard any card, this card would be garbage. But the fact that it's spells, and all the spells in your deck are usually pretty powerful and important, and I find oftentimes your opponent will activate a spell, you activate Magic Drain, and they have to now reassess what they want to do with that turn. Because maybe they had some Scapegoat tokens, but if they want that Heavy Storm to go through or whatever, they had to discard the Metamorphosis they were going to plan on using. So it's an interesting card, definitely one that I think is pretty powerful and worth experimenting with. Let me know what you guys think of the deck as a whole and Magic Drain in particular. Let me know what other decks you want me to play if you've made it this far. This was a subscriber request. Maybe someday I'll actually put them on the screen. I think I used to do that. It took me been a long time, years since I was doing that. Regardless, thank you all for listening to my rambling. We're 51 minutes in. Thank you and goodbye.